Listen, and let these words lift you again. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." When you are tired, God becomes your strength. Where you feel empty, He fills. Where you feel weak, He restores. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted." When you feel crushed, when life has pushed you to the edge, God draws even closer. He surrounds you with comfort, even when you can't feel it yet. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." God isn't asking you to be strong on your own. His strength shines brightest in the moments you feel like giving up. Psalm 73:26 says, "My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart." Even if everything inside you feels like it's collapsing, God becomes the foundation holding you together. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest." Your effort is not wasted. Your pain is not pointless. God is preparing a breakthrough you cannot yet see. Joshua 1:9 says, "Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." God walks with you into every struggle. You are never facing anything alone. His presence is your courage. Psalm 46 verse 1 says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." God doesn't show up late. He is present, right now, in the moment you feel like quitting, breathing hope back into your soul. Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This strength is not your own. Christ lifts you, carries you, and empowers you when you cannot do it on your own. Deuteronomy 31:8 says, "The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you." God has already stepped into the future you're fearing. He's clearing the path, making the way, preparing victory. Psalm 55:22 says, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you." You were never meant to carry these burdens alone. God is ready to lift the weight that has been crushing your heart. Romans 8:37 says, "In all these things we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us." Your identity is not defeated. You are more than a conqueror, even on the days you feel broken. Isaiah 43:2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." The deep waters will not drown you. The fire will not consume you. God is protecting you in every trial. Psalm 138 verse 8 says, "The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me." God isn't finished with you. Even when you can't see progress, He is weaving every moment into your destiny. 2 Chronicles 15:7 says, "Be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded." Heaven sees every tear, every effort, every fight to keep going. God promises a reward for your endurance. Lamentations 3:22-23 says, "His mercies are new every morning." No matter how yesterday felt, today holds fresh mercy. God gives you new strength for each new day. Psalm 121, verse 1 through 2 says, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains. My help comes from the Lord." You don't have to look within for strength. Look up. Your help comes from the one who never fails. Hebrews 10:35-36 says, "Do not throw away your confidence. You need to persevere." There is a promise tied to your perseverance. Don't quit before you reach what God has prepared for you. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." When exhaustion dries up your hope, Jesus invites you into His rest. Rest is not weakness, it is healing. Psalm 18:16 says, "He reached down from on high and took hold of me." When you feel like sinking, God reaches into the deep places and pulls you back to safety. You are not forgotten. Romans 15:13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him." God's hope is not fragile. His peace is not temporary. He fills you with strength from the inside out. Psalm 31:24 says, "Be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord." This is God's encouragement to your weary spirit. Take heart, hope again, breathe again, rise again. 1 Corinthians 15:58 says, "Stand firm. Your labor in the Lord is not in vain." Every step forward matters. Every prayer mattered. Every tear counted. God wastes nothing. Isaiah 35:4 says, "Say to those with fearful hearts, 'Be strong, do not fear, your God will come.'" God is coming to strengthen you, to rescue you, to lift you back to your feet. Help is on the way. Psalm 62 verse 5 says, "My hope comes from Him." Hope is not something you have to manufacture. God Himself becomes the hope inside your heart. Romans 8:18 says, "The present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed." Your pain is temporary. God's plan is eternal. What's coming is far greater than what you're going through. Whenever you feel like giving up, return to these words.